Superintendent George McMains, the Newton Police Department, Detective Lieutenant Duke Donahue from the State Police, and Adrian Lynch, our Chief of Homicide. I am here for several reasons. The first is to give you a tiny recap of the information we have about the incident that took place today. I stress and will continue to stress this is a very active and ongoing investigation. We are in the very early stages, so details will not be particularly forthcoming with respect to the incident. And that is that this morning at about 10:14, a person known to the victims in this case called 911 that 3 people believed to be the elderly residents of a home on Broadway Street appeared to be deceased inside the house. We have since determined that those individuals obviously were deceased. That appears to be, at this point, from stab wounds and blunt force trauma. The preliminary investigation indicates that there were signs of forced entry to that home. We have, as you have seen, been at the scene all day, actively following up leads. We do know that early this morning, there was an attempted break-in at Brookside Avenue, a home on Brookside Avenue, a home which is about a half mile from the house on Broadway. We do not know at this point whether those 2 incidents are connected, but we are certainly looking at what happened this morning. I'm primarily here for 2 reasons. The first is we are asking people to remain vigilant. This is the night to lock your doors and windows, even if you do not normally do that. It's a warm night, people may have air conditioners going. Be vigilant. We are asking people, if they hear or see something suspicious, please call the Newton Police immediately. Don't wait till the morning to report that to us. Call tonight. Additionally, we are asking residents of the Nonantum and Newtonville area to check any video they may have on their home, any Ring doorbell, Nest, any other kind of video. We really need the public's help with respect to this incident. So if they have, we have been out in the neighborhood, we have been going door to door. Obviously, it was a very warm Sunday. Lots of people may not have been at home. They may be just hearing about this incident. Please check your video. If you see something on there that appears unusual, please, again, call the Newton Police Department. The residents in that area can expect to see a continued increase in police presence. The chief will speak a little bit more to the additional patrols that we will have out there tonight and into tomorrow. The 3 victims have not yet been positively identified and names are not yet being released. So I'm going to turn it over to the chief to speak a little bit about the response in the police department.
Sure. Thank you, everybody. Thank you, DA Ryan. As the Chief of Police of the Newton Police Department, we are obviously very concerned with such a violent crime taking place within our city. We do plan on having some extra patrols out there throughout the night. We're going to use a lot of our own resources, extra officers being called in, extra dispatchers brought into the dispatch center to take in, field any calls of other situations that may occur. We appreciate the state police and for the added resources that they're also providing us so that we can make sure that we keep our neighborhood safe. As I said, I am very concerned with such a violent crime taking place, and whereas this individuals are still at large, we do really emphasize again, be vigilant. Pay attention to what's happening in the neighborhoods, especially in the Nonantum and Newtonville areas. And please, if you do see something suspicious, please call us here at the Newton Police Department and let us know about it. And hopefully, as far as the Newton Police Department, we won't rest until we find out who did this and we find justice for the victims that were involved.
Keeping in mind the preliminary nature of the investigation, I'll take a couple of questions.
Do you believe this was random?
Well, we have signs of forced entry. We have no reason at this point to believe there is a connection. That's why we are concerned particularly about the safety issue.
The signs of forced entry is at the windows, the doors.
we are still processing that information. We have information about both.
Were the 3 victims related? And then we heard from several neighbors that 2 of them may have been married and celebrating some kind of anniversary.
2 of the individuals were celebrating a golden wedding anniversary this weekend. As you can imagine, this would be tragic on any day. To have family gathered for this kind of a celebration makes it particularly tragic, yes.
And was the 3rd victim
Yeah,
a
but
mother?
a family member, yeah.
Thank you.
So the earlier incident at Brookside, did that happen before the
We
homicides?
don't know that. We don't know that. We don't have a precise time as to the incident on Broadway.
And do you know what time the triple murder happened? Or
No, I don't have the precise time.
of any of them?
Well, the incident on Brookside,
Yeah.
we believe the incident happened around 5:45 this morning. The police received a call at 6:47. So the homeowners initially did not think there was any problem. They'd heard something that didn't seem to be a problem. Later on, they discovered there was an issue. That is why we are asking people, if you hear something, you see something, don't investigate yourself. Call the police department.
Was the person who discovered the victims, was he a member of the church?
Known to the family. I don't know whether they were a member of the church, but they were known to the family.
Were the victims found near the front door, the entryway, and
That's all part of the investigation.
So you don't know when the victims were last seen? Because they were found at 10:15 this
Yes.
morning, so this other incident happened at 7 o'clock in the morning, so.
No, it happened at 5:45.
Right, but it was reported at 6:47, so at what point do you believe that the homicide happened? Because-
That's all, we're piecing that all
But they
together.
were on their way to church this morning?
They were due at church. We don't know when this happened.
And should people, you said be vigilant, lock their doors, because right now, you don't know who did this.
No, we do not. That, we want to be clear. We do not know, and we do not have any information at this point linking anybody to that family. So that is, we are asking for 2 things. In part for your help in getting the word out, people taking this very seriously in terms of their own safety, and also that they try to help us with the investigation in looking at videos or other surveillance they might have to see if it captured anything.
when's the last time there's been a murder here?
Last fall,
How about a triple murder?
none that we can recall.
First triple murder in Newton.
As far as we can recall, yeah, obviously, we've been out there all day, we have had occasions, unfortunately, when there've been double homicides here, but we don't know of that.
On
All
the-
right.
On the Brookside break-in, what did the homeowners notice that indicated something?
They heard some sounds, they checked the sounds, they thought it was, as one would, maybe nothing. They later found some evidence that something had happened. So what we're saying is knowing what we now know, if you hear something, you see something, make the phone call and let the police come out and see if anything has happened.
And they did not, the person did not enter the home, that was an attempted break-in?
Attempted break-in. Yeah.
Approximate ages of the victims?
They are all elderly. Thank you.